Hello, everyone, and welcome to Please Find Attached with the usual suspects, Mr. Idemudia and Adesh. And today we're going to be talking about a very, for some people, painful topic in the workplace called promotions. Over to you.
Why is it painful?
Because as I'm speaking to you now, there is somebody somewhere in one bank that has not been promoted for 7 years or more.
Man, that is true.
7 years or more. And more so, performance is not necessarily a guarantee of promotion.
Oh, definitely. So you know, those are there's some unwritten rules that you are introduced to when you get into the workplace.
Yeah.
If you're lucky to connect with maybe colleagues who were there before you, or colleagues that there's some people that just when they get into an environment they understand the system, or you're able to get a mentor, someone just a senior person just likes you, then they're able to guide you and explain the unwritten rules. So a lot of people, unfortunately young people, they think, oh, it's just doing my work, sitting down, and my work will talk for itself, or my work my work will.
That is so. It sounds so naive,
Bro.
It sounds so. Look at one of the questions: that should hard work automatically lead to promotion, or
in the ideal world, yes, but we're not.
Why?
Because we're humans.
So here's the thing: you are talking about having a guide. There are people who they plan this kind of thing well, but life happens. Guide resigned. What's going to happen to you if the guide resigned?
So that is where wisdom comes in. So there are just those soft skills that we talk about sometimes, where you don't just latch yourself to one person. You need to go into that system and understand who are the power players, who are the real players, who are the people with power, and you find a way to connect with them.
Essentially, if you come to work, do your job, excel at it, you won't get promoted.
It's just part of work. The other part of work.
No. It looks like you have accepted. What's the word? It has to have a name now.
Politicking.
Not politicking.
Office politics.
Toxic.
No, it's not toxic. No.
It's toxic.
It's human.
Why am I working hard and
no,
it's
not enough. It's not enough to say, oh, I'll just sit down on my place, do the work. No, you have to connect with people. You have to help people.
What was I recruited for? If I'm
doing my job to add value.
If I'm doing my job, I'm supporting colleagues, but I don't go to the beer parlor in the night with them.
No. I'm not saying you have to go to beer parlor. I'm just saying that there are other factors that come to play when it comes to promotions. Okay, and depending on your organization, you have that scenario where I've forgotten what they call it, where the bosses, maybe 1 or 2 levels are ahead of you, they meet to deliberate and
scoring.
Thank you. In different organizations, they have different, but fundamentally, that's what it is. If you've not created some level of value or connected with people, you fail during the scoring. You will fail.
Wait, I understand what you are saying, but you know how in primary school, secondary school, there was always that boy that used to come first.
Yes.
He wasn't necessarily friendly.
Yes.
Or go out and play, but everybody just knew he used to come. If you are that kind of person in the workplace, you don't talk to a guy, you don't, but every issue, and somebody is down, you have fixed it. You are like, everybody knows you are a star boy.
So
will you not get promoted?
No. So, in fact, which is one of my interest in education.
Yes.
Because we often say that the education sometimes doesn't prepare you for the real world.
Okay.
So that you've even helped my case. So that guy who's coming first, if he's not a social person, outside the workplace or in the real world, he'll just build that guy in the back room
until he says he wants to resign, and they will say, hey, wait, come, what can we give you? Why do we always have to wait? He comes first. Why do you have to wait for him to say he wants to resign before you start offering him double promotion?
That's a totally different conversation.
No, it's promotion. Conversation.
No, so in the grand scheme of things,
people, 90% of people, or like maybe 80% of people that say they want to resign get offered promotion.
No, I agree with you. No, I agree with you. But we're talking about the collegiate scoring.
Oh yes,
That's it's promotion, but in that scenario, it's different from.
Yes.
So you know, in some organizations, when you want, there's a level you are either a specialist where you don't manage other people. That kind of person who is not very social can be in that
a specialist. But you
It's
can't be a
specialist.
specialist forever.
No, some people and you like talking oil company, eh?
Yes.
That's what happens
You
in those
promote
kind of,
every 2 years.
so you become a specialist, you are promoted,
So how,
but you're not managing
how
people.
those kind of companies promote like every 2 years? Like if you go to anybody in any of those IOCs and look at their LinkedIn profile, nobody ever does the same thing for more than 2 years. And it is upward.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
I've seen profiles.
I have seen about 11 profiles recently. Because you know me now, every day they check on companies. Make it good for me, make it good for me. So, but and you just see like they are always going up every 2 years.
Not always time.
Sometimes it may not be up, but it's a different thing, but slightly senior.
But I've also seen profiles that more or less they're doing fundamentally the same thing for almost a decade. But you know that their money is increasing.
My brother, because they have policies that ensure that you either move across band or you move up. It's something always change. So you will see something geologist 1, geologist 2. It gives a good feeling that I'm moving. It might be moving across geologist band, but it's moving. So then go to senior geologist. But
you know, in certain situations, that's just packaging. You know why it's packaging? Because what leads to happiness? Perceived growth.
Yes.
And that's what they do. Oh, so you are still your geologist specialist. But the fact that you're doing 1, 2,
but guess
3.
what? Do you know why it's not even perceived?
Why?
That one, your money is increasing.
So there
it's growth now. Let's not try and water it down. It is growth.
Okay, so
because somebody that resumed the same company with you or resumed the company today is not on your level.
So what's your argument now? Your argument is that you want to go to the oil company so that they can promote you fast.
This guy is not serious. Is that how I'm just using it as an example of organizations that promote and take it seriously. Any organization that can't do that for me is just excuses.
But the world has changed. You know the world has changed.
Yes, there's a particular sector in Nigeria. I'm not going to mention their name.
Why? Mention with your full chest.
How can you have? I had a guy that was not promoted for 11 years.
So the question is why? Let's
why? So they'll say, do you know how many staff we have?
Say bank.
Yes.
Say it's a bank.
Do you know how many staff we have? Like and there was evidence that his guy was putting his name forward. They will just look at how many people do we want to promote.
I've not worked in a bank.
Thousands of staff.
I've not worked in a bank.
So sometimes the cycle.
Yeah.
Now, the cycle has different levels. At your divisional,
that guy's Oga was not a strong guy.
No, wait.
That guy's Oga was not, from the stories I've heard about bank.
Wait, your division has a number of slots. Then your group, I think. Then your team. Then your unit. Maybe your guys at unit level. So it's not about clouds. They are senior people that are even senior to him. So if you go and meet his manager. The manager will say, by the time promotion got to me, it's only 2 slots.
We're saying the same.
The manager is overseeing 6 units or something.
We're saying the same.
So it's not about clout.
Let me tell you why it is about clout and your connect. So, unfortunately for your guy, his boss, his immediate supervisor, his manager, also has limitations. If his manager was a star boy, and had connects to the right people, whoever he puts up, they will promote that person.
No, again.
I've heard those stories.
I know what you are saying. And I agree with you. But you see, when you say if his guy was a star boy, whoever he puts up, the question is, how many times in a decade did they even tell his Oga to bring somebody in the first place? That star boyness will not even help him. But there are some departments. I know that there are some departments now that if even the smallest oga goes and says, promote my guy, or he will resign, they will promote him. Like a treasury in a bank now. If the oga says, promote this, and they will find a way to promote, because you don't want them to go anywhere.
You've just made my case for me.
Because I'm saying now, and what I'm trying to say now is that it's not about Starboy, it is about what they are doing in the bank. It's like
your influence.
It's like a fintech now.
Your influence.
A strong fintech has developers that are strong. The MD, if was a tech guy, he's naturally going to want to make sure that the developers are okay.
Because they have value and they can see the value.
Thank you.
One of the things one of my old bosses used to say, Ide, you must do the work, and you must be seen to be doing the work. So
sadly, there are some departments, I think we've had this conversation before, there is nothing you can do to be seen to be doing
unfortunately,
the work.
which is why I left RF planning for marketing.
What's RF planning?
Radio frequency. That was
you know why I was laughing? Because my bad on mind was like, this guy works for a radio station. I'm so rise. RF
in telecoms. So to be honest, between you and
so you used to be those that used to carry ladder.
No, I was in planning. Those were the field guys, but that was the same department, to be honest. So when I started, I was, of course, the planning. I looked at my bosses. and I was like, okay, so if I met, first of all, I was not excited coming to work. Apart from that, but I was good at it. At least I was learning and everything. But I looked at my bosses, but I said, so if I maintain this trajectory,
where am I going to?
In how many years? This is
where
who I'm going
how
to be.
high I'm going to be.
And that's from that day I was like, man, I need to get out of here.
You know that your boss can watch this and say, so this is what this boy thought about me.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I will mention the company name now, I'll shake you. But you see, but this thing that you're talking about now, that's why some people are, what's the word? They are torn between, when you realize that, okay, I'm in radio frequency team.
Stop calling my
when you realize that I'm in radio frequency, or I'm in that kind of team, they now start to fight tooth and nail for promotion. I had a colleague one time, she could kill for promotion. And I didn't understand it. The thing was foreign to me. So maybe I was like one of the NFAs in the company that didn't have ambition. Like,
what was her role?
She was like, interestingly enough, she was like a field engineer kind of thing, technical.
Okay.
But our team was a small team that they didn't really send in the office, blah, 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 blah. But
very important. Very important too, but you're not visible.
So she was she was a fighter. She was a fight. She was a war. Everything she did, if you sit down and look at it, it was geared towards visibility. But it also included making whoever look
she was stepping on
bad. Yes, step on your head.
So that's not the way to go.
She didn't care.
That's not the way to go.
But guess what?
But she'll get it.
My brother.
She will get it.
She was known as Wahala.
Because
it was a brand.
So because people don't want a Wahala, you just let her go. Just let her go.
I just said I should check on, maybe I checked her profile recently. She's a VP in a bank in Canada.
There you go.
Like senior.
There you go. Okay. So that attitude.
The approach
that attitude.
It wasn't good at that time.
No. So maybe she has learned to refine it. But fundamentally is the go-getter, never say die attitude that I'm looking at. You know what you want to go after it.
Again, I'm not colleagues should not be subjected to that kind of fight. Because it not even made me not like promotion. And I don't think both of us are even qualified to speak. Have you ever been promoted?
Don't speak for me. Don't speak for me.
Have you ever been promoted?
Don't speak for me.
Have you ever
Let's talk about you.
No, I asked you first.
Okay, since you asked me first. So for me, all my elevations were new.
You know, it was a yes and no question.
Nothing is ever a yes and no question.
Have you ever been promoted?
Yes.
You've never been promoted. You said it just
Oh
before we started.
my
Producer, you have the thing that you said before. You when you're editing this video, you add it in the middle. So when you said he has never been promoted.
So my own. I've never sat down and said, they are promoting this.
I want to fight for promotion.
No, it's never happened to me. So for me, it's been even within the same organization.
If I feel I'm ripe enough, I move.
No. Even if it's within the same organization, every elevation has been a new job entirely. So it's not like
promotion now.
Now, so
if they feel like you are responsible, capable enough to go and handle something different from what you are doing that has more responsibility.
So you are calling it a promotion?
Oh my God.
It's a yes or no answer.
It's an organization, and you said it's not promotion. You said it's a new role. It's new role. It's not promotion.
So I've been promoted several times. So you tell us about your promotion experience.
Jesus always promotes me. I'm promoted by the Lord. Have I ever been promoted? I've been restructured slightly.
What does that mean?
So
please explain what that means.
I'm in a role, and the company said they are doing restructure.
And they package you.
They now package me, and then my title now has like I've been promoted, but I've not really been.
Did you have a salary bump?
Maybe like 4 months later, they were like, "Oh, by the way, that thing that we gave you, that if you just do head of something, take 20K." But this was years ago. So
over a decade, I'm sure.
Yeah, well over. So it's not. I don't think it's promotion. But I mean, for me, I've always been promoted to the next level. The next level being new job.
So again, it depends on your kind of role and your type of organization. Like in my kind of role, and my boss says it. My current boss says it. Marketing people are not people that you get promoted like that, because you don't necessarily, in most industries, you don't have so many marketing people. Yeah. So few people, if there's an opportunity, yes, here and there, sometimes lateral. But for marketing people, you find that over time they move between organizations.
I have 2 questions, very important questions. I don't know how I missed it. First one is, do companies clearly communicate what it takes to get promoted?
That's a good question.
They intentionally make it a gray area. That's why the people in the banks can just be saying it casually. I've not been promoted for 6-7 years, and there's nothing you can hold on to.
You learn by trying to understand how to get it. So talking to people, having mentors, talking to
But should it be done? Like, let it be clear. And it also shows you that these institutions, when you hire so many people, you can't promote everybody, even if they all perform.
So it's a difficult position.
So they intentionally don't want you to know what you need to do.
No, but some people
put mark, maybe 80% on KPI.
So it is.
But when you tell your guy that we are not promoting, your guy will remove 1 mark.
So it's a
mix. 79.
It's a mix of objective and subjectivity. And in many cases, you have more subjectivity than objectivity.
Second question, because I think we're running out of time. Do managers sometimes delay promotions to avoid replacing good employees? It has happened to me before. In fact, we had a sit down, and my oga told me that time that, why do you want to fix what is not broken now? This thing, you see, the way people is just working perfectly. Nobody is complaining. Why do you want to? I wanted to change role. I was in radio frequency too.
Yeah.
I was in radio frequency. You were radioing the hell out of my frequency.
That's when you're a POS guy. ATM guy.
Are you trying to cast me?
I'm casting you.
I was up radio
ATM guy.
I want to say. So everything is fine. So this thing was not broken.
Depending on the boss you have.
Yes.
You have a boss that...
I was lucky that he was open and he told...
He was open.
Yeah.
He was open. But there's always self-interest.
Yes.
Keeping you there is self-interest to him.
He's working for him.
Peace of mind and everything. But some bosses are so open that they, you know what, they think of your own interest first and say, you know what, I'll miss you. But there's an opportunity for you to go for it.
Yes, it takes
For those kind
it
of
takes a
bosses,
fantastic boss. to do
I've
that.
had those bosses where they're like, you can go for it. We'll miss you. We like
Yeah.
you are an amazing staff, but go for that.
But
way.
you are not irreplaceable. There are other
No,
people
every
like you.
anybody is replaceable.
One more
Anybody.
question. One more question.
What?
This one is sweet. Does remote or hybrid work make it easier or harder to be noticed for promotion?
Harder, of course. Harder.
You think so?
Okay, let me think about it.
Because it's now a level playing field. If everybody is remote and everybody is doing hybrid,
So
unless you are the guy that goes into the office every day.
So I'm thinking in my kind of organization, which is a global organization, where you may not ever meet some of your colleagues, your bosses physically, except maybe you visit or they visit. You need to find a way to be visible. So I take it back. It's a yes and a no.
Every morning you just say hi to your MD.
Exactly. A yes and a no.
That's visibility.
So if you have the opportunity to see them physically and connect, it's even better. It's easier to build rapport that way. But if you don't have that opportunity, then you need to find other ways to be visible. Like you mentioned, once in a while you say this, you do a report, you make sure that your name is there. When you are presenting, make sure you have gravitas and ensure you dazzle whenever you present. Any opportunity you have, just make sure that you are memorable. So those are ways to.
Last question.
Yeah.
Do we have time? So, can constant rejection for promotion affect confidence and motivation? I don't think so.
Why won't it?
Because
it's because you are a salesman.
You know, there are some people
that because you are a salesman.
You've talked about this thing before.
What?
That there's that one guy that is in the office that has been there for 10 years and knows everything and he's just there. He's not GM, he's just there.
No, he
they can't let him go.
He knows what he's looking for. But
they can't sack
to
him.
your own real question, constant rejection of promotion.
I can't even wait for it to be constant.
Let me tell you why it won't affect you, because in your role,
you will know
which you've done. No. You are used to receiving rejection.
Yeah.
As a salesman, you are used to. For people that are not used to receiving rejection every year, they are rejecting promotion.
And then sales, we don't talk about promotion. If you don't meet targets year in, year out, twice, before they tell you to go, you go. So it's not even, there's not like, so promotion is not on the table.
So you guys are molded
to run.
So I'm not even talking about whether it's promotion or non-promotion. I'm saying constant rejection. Yeah. If you are not used to it, it will dampen your confidence. It has an impact. But for you, your first answer was no, because of who and what you do, who you are and what you do.
I just feel like there are some people that, there are some people that will ask and they'll tell you, they don't sack in that company. So the guy is just like, as long as they don't sack him, it's fine. You just
I've seen those kind of people.
Yeah.
I've actually seen those kind of people. There's something they are getting that you, like, with ordinary eyes, with ordinary eyes, you can't see. But in fact, how they say, the more you look, the less you see. Those kind of people, they are there. In fact, they don't want the promotion.
True, in some cases.
You've not heard of cases where some people won't go on leave because they don't want another person to come and see
they are cooking. True. Okay, I guess that's that for today. Any final words on promotion to encourage our viewers?
I think for me, you can't wait for your company or your boss to
promote you.
Not just to promote you. You fundamentally, you are responsible for your own career path, for your own growth. So that in being responsible for it, it's on you to ensure that your boss thinks about you and your boss pushes you for promotion. It's also on you to play the game to ensure that if, for instance, other people outside of your direct boss have influence in elevating you, it's left to you to make sure you connect with them and play the game to make sure that once there's an opportunity, they think of you.
Everything Ide said That's all. Nice to have you on this episode, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Cheers.